Hi everybody, I'm Heather Marianna and welcome to a very special episode of Beauty Kitchen. I'm kicking back in my living room today with Lisa Jackson.
Hello, Heather.
She is my fabulous makeup artist and I'm really lucky to have her because without her I wouldn't look this good because I think I just look so fabulous, right? So I wanted to just kind of like show you guys some of like our makeup tricks that we do for all of you at home that maybe don't have the luxury of having a fabulous makeup artist like Lisa. So I want Lisa to tell us a little bit about herself first so you guys know who you're talking to, and then we'll go into some makeup tricks.
Well, thank you first of all, Heather. You know I love working with you all the time. You're just a great spirit. But originally I was in the corporate world, worked as a reporter, a journalist, a writer, you name it. Moved out to Las Vegas maybe about 2 years ago, and I was trying to figure out a different career path. And I asked myself, what do I like the most? I love beauty, I love fashion, I love glamour, I love makeup. So I decided to enroll in makeup school, and I was very fortunate that they considered me the star student.
Of course.
And immediately after that, I was lucky to work on my first magazine cover shoot with Rain Andriani. And then things just snowballed from there, and I was able to work in music videos, television shows, sporting events. I completed a motion picture for a British film studio 2 months ago in Utah. So the business and brand has been growing, and I'm lucky to work with fabulous people like you all the time.
Well, thank you. Lisa also did my makeup for my up-and-coming reality show that I can't really say much about yet, but I'm very excited. It will be airing this year on a major cable network. She was such a trooper. You came over like what, 6 o'clock in the morning?
6 o'clock in the morning every day.
Oh my gosh, and it was every day, and I didn't get done shooting till probably like, I don't know, it was 12 to 16-hour days, and I literally went right to bed, and she taught me a great trick that I'm going to tell you guys right now if you have tired eyes. I had no idea about this. What was it?
Oh, the tired eye trick. Simply, a lot of women, when they get up, and even men too, they have puffy eyes, a little discoloration, just because maybe they could have eaten too much salt, they could have slept on their faces, and all the fluid pools. Preparation H.
Oh, I couldn't believe it.
A tube of Preparation H, just get a little dab and pat underneath your eye, and just wait a few minutes, and it soaks right in.
It was crazy. I was like, oh my God. So the next morning I was like, are you gonna put the Preparation H on my eye? And she was like, oh my God, Heather, yes.
And once a lot of people find out about that trick, they want me to do it every time, and it's something easy that you can do at home. You don't have to spend a lot of money on expensive creams. Just get the Preparation H. It works just as well.
That's crazy. So I want to have Lisa share some makeup tips with you guys because I know a lot of ladies watch my show, Beauty Kitchen, and I get so many tweets and stuff, and I just love, love, love the fact that you guys are watching my videos, and you know, I'm getting all this awesome feedback about my wraps and everything, and unfortunately, I cannot make makeup. So this is one thing that we cannot make in our kitchen, but I can show you some tricks with the help of Lisa. So tell us some tricks.
Well, first of all, I think a mixture of cosmetics is the best thing. A lot of people ask me, what brand do you use, or exclusive to a certain brand, and I'm not, because the first important thing that you should look in a brand is quality. And that's, when I mean quality, does the color go on even? Does the color stay on all day? Is it a color that's gonna keep true to its pigment? Because the worst thing that you can do is buy something, get it home, put it on, then it looks great one day, and then a week later you put it on and it's just not showing the way it was before.
I never thought about that.
Exactly. And you know, here between all of our makeup here, it's a mixture of high and low. We've got high-end products like Chanel eyeshadow, which is fabulous. If you're into the higher price point, Chanel, it's great, great colors, vivid, blends well. And one of the greatest products I think that's on the block now is that Maybelline has come up with this great eye studio. And it's a quad, and this one I have is Forest Fury. It's got everything you want in it. It's a matte, it's sparkle, it's shine, glitter, all in one. Well, actually, it's more than a quad.
Yeah.
It's 5 shadows, and you can blend, highlight, create any sort of colors or looks that you want. And I love it.
And you can just get this like at Walgreens.
Walgreens, Walmart, Target, and It's very high quality.
Wow.
Exactly. Sometimes I think drugstore brands, or quote-unquote drugstore brands, get a bad rap, but as you can see, the quality of that eyeshadow is fantastic.
That's really good.
It's one of my favorites, and they come in purples, blues, a great burgundy. And you know, they say the eyes are the window to the soul, so you want your windows to be clean and looking shiny and fabulous. So the great thing is to get a great eye product. Another thing that's very important to making sure your eyes look fantastic is the all-important eyeshadow base. And people say, what does an eyeshadow base do? It's like painting the walls on your painting the walls of your house. First thing you do is you put a primer on. And this is by NYX, NYX, and it's a nice creamy base. And here you go. You just take a little bit of it and dab on your eyes. And what that does, it helps your shadows adhere all day. Like you said, when we were shooting your show, we had 12 to 16 hour days.
My makeup stayed on.
And that's very important because I can't be jumping in every 5 minutes and holding up production, touching up your eyes. So we put on a base first, and then we put on the eyeshadows and blend, and fabulous. It stays on all day. But I tell every lady it's very important to have an eyeshadow base in their kit.
Now, if somebody doesn't have an eyeshadow base, could they just use a foundation?
Yes, they can.
Yeah.
They can use their foundation. They can use their concealer. The key to that, when they use a foundation or concealer as their base, go a little lighter. Just a little lighter with your touch and putting this on, because it's actually quite thin and you really don't want it to be heavy, because the whole point is to have the color show up. Another one of a very important product is concealer, what we just talked about. Concealer is what you use basically to kind of cover up the imperfections, and what we mean by that are slight dark circles, maybe little red marks underneath.
We don't use any of that on me, though.
No,
I don't need any
she's
concealer.
perfect just the way she is. She's always fresh as a daisy every morning. But what it does, it's something that brings out the eyes, especially on brides, when you take pictures of the wedding day. You don't want the eyes to be sunken in. You want that light to hit their cheekbones and make them pop. You don't want circles underneath their eyes. So that's what concealer is for. And one of the brands I like is Merle Norman. A lot of people think it's grandma's makeup, but it's not, and it's fabulous. That's a kind of a low-end concealer. Top end, you and I both love this brand. Makeup, look at the smile on her face.
I love this stuff.
Makeup Forever Professional. It's got 5 different concealer colors in it, going from the lightest to the dark brown and to the green. And that's another tip we were talking about earlier. Yeah. You're making masks on one of your past episodes of Beauty Kitchen, and sometimes young girls, when they have a red spot, what you don't know is you put green on to neutralize that red, and then you put your foundation on as normal, and then you'll be okay with that.
That's awesome. So what are some of the other brands on here? I know some of my favorite makeup brands are sitting over here. We both love the Tom Ford stuff.
Let's talk about how much we love Tom.
Oh, we love Tom Ford. I love their clothes. I love everything. The makeup is really awesome.
And the thing about, first of all, I know this sounds shallow. I love his packaging.
Oh, yeah.
It's just so luxe and gorgeous and sexy. Everything that he does.
Yeah, here's the foundation.
That's her foundation.
This is what I use every day.
Secret color we won't tell. But we love Tom Ford. It blends well. And this is an extremely high price point, but his makeup lasts forever.
Well, what we recently started doing, I'm going to grab this.
Yeah.
Excuse my reach on here. I got this Kevyn Aucoin makeup pot, and it's like a really heavy concealer. Because yes, I do use concealer. And what we started doing was we started putting the Tom Ford in the lid here, and then just putting the brush in here and kind of mixing it to make it not as thick. And this has been a really good combination. And I got this Kevyn Aucoin stuff at Beckley at the Cosmopolitan, but I'm sure you can get it online anywhere. It's the only place I know of here in Vegas that carries it, but this little pot, probably, I think it's like $34 for this pot. So it's I would say medium price point. But if you think about it and how long it lasts, I mean, this pot will last me 4 to 5 months. So, I mean, it's kind of worth it to spend the $34 because you know it's really going to last a long time, and you don't have to use a ton. So, one last thing I think that we should talk about for the viewers, you know, people that are watching this and, you know, or maybe, you know, sitting at home or like, what should I use? I think we both agree that makeup brushes, you got to have good brushes.
Brushes are key.
Brushes are key. I have everything from Tom Ford brushes to Sephora brushes. I found a really awesome set at Costco. And that's where this brush, I believe, came from. I think so. It's that Borghese line. So, $20 for a whole set of brushes. It's amazing, and I found it at Costco. So what are some of your favorite brushes?
My favorite brushes are obviously the Tom Ford brushes, which we love. But my other favorite is just old school Chanel brushes. Chanel, they are made out of animal hair, and I believe it's squirrel. So animal lovers, we're animal lovers here, but you know, we do use the Chanel brushes because the quality, you can keep your brushes for years if you buy Chanel. They last a long time. They put the pigment on. I've got some great brushes also from Sonia Kashuk from Target.
Oh, yeah.
Her brushes are fantastic, and they're synthetic, and they're really high quality. And I can tell you something really funny that I've seen other makeup artists do, and I do occasionally. Pick up a brush at Walmart. And what I mean by a brush, a paintbrush. You could get those little thin brushes for 97 cents
never thought
that
about
you can
that.
use for liquid eyeliner, liquid concealer, and you can dot things on perfectly. If you've got the money to buy every brush, knock yourself out. Chanel, Tom Ford, high quality, medium quality brushes, the Cliniques, your standard, you know, your Estee Lauders, Revlon. Revlon still makes fantastic makeup and brushes.
I like their foundation brushes. I
Yes.
get those at, I think they carry them at Walgreens, actually.
Walgreens,
Yeah,
they do.
those are good. I like those. Another thing that I wanted to say was, you know, on top of like having the brushes, you really need to keep them clean. I mean, obviously these are really dirty because we've been using them and I have a pound of makeup on right now, but I wash mine every week with antibacterial soap or shampoo. Antibacterial soap is probably the best to use, wouldn't you say?
Right.
And then I just let them air dry because think about all the bacteria. You know, I mean, here's my hand. I'm touching the brush. I've been touching stuff all day, and then you're going to put that on your face. That's going to cause breakouts too. So, you know, anything to keep your face clear. And, you know, a lot of times people don't think about washing their brushes.
Exactly.
And you really need to do that.
And another thing also, I tell people, don't share your brushes with your friends. I know that sounds kind of mean, but really, you know, you don't know what's going on. People have kids, germs go around. You can just keep your brushes to yourself. Keep your kits to yourself. Don't share lipstick. Certain things you just don't do. And an important thing, like you said, you wash your brushes once a week. But in between, what you can do is get a spray brush cleaner. A great one's called Perry and Spirit. There's one at Sephora that I like. There's one called Brush Off. Spray those brushes every day. Wipe down. You're fine. End of the week, then do your washing.
Or you could do like one of those like antibacterial wipe things and just kind of wipe it down. I just thought of that because I think
get a wipey and that'll work fine too.
Yeah. Or you could just be like me and have a pound of brushes and I use one set one day, one set another day.
I think we'd all like to do that. That'd be fun.
Yeah, so is there anything else that you want to like highlight? And I think we should probably let everybody know how to get a hold of you. That way, if you're in Vegas and you're watching and you need a fabulous makeup artist,
thank you.
You need to call Lisa. Or if you just want to go to her website and check her out and see what she's about. So what's your info?
Well, first of all, let me say it's been great. Thank you for having me on here. I really appreciate it. It's a pleasure working with you.
I thought it would be fun to do like a kind of cool, chill, lax video, kind of show everybody, all the ladies that watch my show, you know, all the stuff and that we use and, you know, and let everybody know that, you know, because my whole MO is you don't have to spend a lot of money. So I wanted people to know that, yeah, I have a makeup artist, but yeah, maybe we're using some products from Walmart and then we're using some products from Tom Ford. It's just, it's easy and you know, to think that, oh, well, I can't, you know, do that because I can't afford that stuff. Yeah, I mean, you can use stuff from Walgreens or wherever. We all do, and I just think it's important that everybody knows that.
And have fun with your makeup. That's the most important thing. But you can contact me at lisajmakeupartist.com. You can contact me or tweet me on Twitter at makeupbylisa.j. You can find me on Facebook at Lisa J Makeup Artist. And also, hey, if you want to give me a call, 702-502-6734. And that's how you can reach me.
Whoa, you're giving out your phone number.
Why not? Why not?
Hopefully some of my Twitter followers will.
That would be awesome.
Will start prank calling you.
I know. She'll probably send a tweet out. Let's prank Lisa.
Let's prank Lisa. Well, thanks again. And I'm so glad that we got to chill. And you've been helping me all day. And you've been helping me with so much stuff. And I think it's really cool that we just kind of did this chill video for the last one of the day. So don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Heather Marianna. And find me on Facebook at Heather Marianna. And watch me on TV at heathermarianna.tv. See a pattern here? Heather Marianna. Click, click, click. And that's all for today. Thanks again for watching.
Thank you.